Examination card 25. Read the text and answer the question. The White House, the official home of the United States President, was not built in time for George Washington to live in it. It began in 1792 and was ready for its first inhabitants, President and Mrs. Adams, who moved in on November 1st. 1800. When the Adamses moved in, the White House was not yet complete, and the Adamses suffered many inconveniences. For example, the main staircase was incomplete, which hindered movement from floor to floor. Thomas Jefferson, the third president, improved the comfort of the White House in many respects and added new architectural features such as the terraces on the east and west ends. When the British forces burned the White House on August 24, 1814, President Madison was forced to leave. All that remained after the fire was the exterior walls. The interior was completely destroyed. It was not until December of 1817 that the following President James Monroe was able to move into rebuilt residence. Since then, the White House has continued to be modified but has been continuously occupied by each succeeding U.S. president. Why didn't George Washington live in the White House? The White House, the official home of the United States President, was not built in time for George Washington to live in it. Were there any inconveniences when the Adamses moved in? There were many inconveniences. For example, the main staircase was incomplete, which hindered the movement from floor to floor. The word remained is synonyms to stay. Why was President Madison forced to leave the White House? When the British forces burned the White House on August 24, 1814, President Madison was forced to leave. All that remained after the fire was the exterior walls. The interior was completely destroyed. Write the verbs in the right tense form. When Mr. Brown retired, he bought a small cottage in a seaside village. The cottage was built in 1588, but was in a good condition. Mr. Brown was looking forward to a quiet life, but in summer holidays, he got a shock. Hundreds of tourists came to the seaside village. Mr. Brown's cottage was the most interesting building in the village, and many of the tourists came to see it. From morning till night, there were tourists outside the cottage. They kept looking through the windows, and many of them even went into Mr. Brown's garden. Translate the sentences from Armenian into English. Ես ճանաչեցի Լիլիթին, քանի որ նա շատ էր փոխվել. I didn't recognize Lilith as she had changed a lot. Ինչպես եք առաջարկում լուծել այս խնդրի լուծումը? How do you suggest to solve this problem? Այս գրքերը կթարգմանվեն լավագույն մասնագետների կողմից. These books will be translated by the professional specialist. Ես կօգնեմ քեզ, եթե դու կարողանաս բերել բոլոր փաստաթղթերը. I will help you if you bring all the documents. Այս քաղաքի փողոցները շատ մաքուր են եւ ընդարձակ. In the streets of the city are very clear and spacious. Write questions or answer to the given dialogue. Dialogue 25. Could I speak to Mrs. Adams, please? Who do I speak? Mr. Brown, my name is Mr. Brown. Sorry, but Mr. Adams is busy now. When will he be free? Is it urgent? Yes, it is very urgent. Urgent. This concerns an upcoming shipment. He should be free in half an hour. Fine. How can I help you? Will you inform about me to Mr. Adams? Certainly. Could you give me your number? Yes, it's 503-589-90847. Thanks for your help. Goodbye.